Hey everyone, it's Alex Miller at Capnion here. The AI world thus far has been remarkably successful in creating weird corporate governance vignettes. This is not a topic that people on the street are that interested in. Who's really in charge of corporations? How does board intrigue work? How do all these legal decisions about how to organize the corporation affect what happens? I'll just go right into the great example, which is OpenAI, which, as I have discussed before, is, I believe, still a not for profit that owns a for profit subsidiary that has taken on massive investment with a view towards commercializing AI. You might have remembered seeing in the newspapers a few months ago OpenAI, for how shiny it is, came remarkably close to imploding in a boardroom brawl. And I don't know with authority why, but it looks a lot like the corporate governance situation was part of the story, where you had a board at the not-for-profit that had a particular mission that had nothing to do with making money, trying to deal with overseeing the subsidiary that was very pedal to the metal about making money. If nothing else, these things don't come up in this way very often, and it's probably not great news to have a unique legal problem at your business. What's in the news today? Elon Musk, who at one time was a founding board member of OpenAI, submitted a bid with some other investors to buy out OpenAI's controlling not-for-profit, along with some propaganda about returning it to its original mission. I'm guessing Mr. Musk has other motivations, but I think a lot of people would be salty in his position in that he invested a lot of money in not-for-profit and then it turned into a for-profit business, which it's significant on a couple axes, also competes with his similar businesses. So already it's a pretty weird situation with some proto-turmoil in it, and it's very wrapped up in the situation with the corporate governance at this for-profit, not-for-profit. To react very strongly to just a silly little bit of information in the news today, Larry Summers, formerly Treasury Secretary, Harvard economist, happens to be on the board of OpenAI. There's many good things you could say about Mr. Summers, and it's not necessarily bad to say this is a man that never met a hot microphone he didn't like. And while he is a really smart guy with a lot of expertise, I don't think he has a ton of private sector business experience. And once again, I don't think he is terribly disciplined about opening his mouth. So he's already running around talking about, well, he hasn't received this bid from Musk, which he seems of a mind to take seriously. And it's just all very public and chaotic in an area where public chaos is really, really not what you want usually. And you're not going to find a lawyer who's got experience dealing with a botched $100 billion not-for-profit hostile takeover buyout attempt. In summary, corporate governance is actually pretty important. It intersects lots of issues people care about. People don't normally directly care. AI is this tour de force of weird, semi-pathological, novel corporate governance stuff, and it's the real dark horse of the nascent industry, if you ask me. Get your popcorn out if you like this kind of stuff. I will have mine because it could be really interesting.